Martin Mwenejega, 36 years, Kenya.
Ayuba Yusuf, 30 years, from Ghana.
Gitai Peter Jenga, Kenya, 32.
Mutai Felix, 28, Kenya.
Виталий, 49 лет.
Now, the story is that Chinese, Kenyans, Iranian, Egyptians, Ghanaians, a unit of Russia's 102nd Regiment has lined up ahead of Turetsky assault.
Ladies and gentlemen, a clip has been going around different social media platforms showing several guys putting on the military uniform of Russia, and it is alleged that these guys have been fighting or are about to fight or they will fight or take part in the war that is currently happening between Russia and Ukraine. It is very unfortunate because most of these guys appear to be shaken. Looking at their faces, you can see that they didn't go there willingly. That is according to my take, the way that I have seen this clip. The clip has actually gone viral. It is alleged that these guys are taking part or are to take part in the fight. Let's look at the clip first before we come back for more comments.
Sultan, 90 лет.
Адам, 28 лет.
Мамед, 24. Дагестан.
Ингушетия.
Gitai Peter Jenga, Kenya, 32.
Muhammadian Khatibi, Iran.
Mutai Felix, 28, Kenya.
Меня зовут Сумчанджа, мне 20 лет. Я с Китая.
Muhammad Kafar Leidamian, Colombia.
Виталий, 49 лет.
Мне 20 лет.
Меня зовут Моенбан, 25, я из Китая.
Меня зовут Инхан, 34, Китай.
Martin Mwenejega, 36 years, Kenya.
Ayuba Yusuf, 30 years, from Ghana.
Громче.
Я из Колумбии.
Колумбия.
Меня зовут Зhongмeng, 22.
Меня зовут Ян Джиншeng, я приехал в Китай, 19 лет.
Меня зовут Гансен, мне 30 лет.
Меня зовут Жанхао, мне 36 лет. Я приехал из Китая.
Меня зовут Зейд Ахмед Халид, араб Египет, 23.
Меня зовут Жалил, 35 лет.
Откуда?
С области Ростовской.
I'm the Jewel. Mina 26 лет. Я приехал в Бангладеш.
Антон Валерьевич, 38 лет.
Православный?
Да, 38.
Тимофей, 19 лет.
Откуда?
Свердловская область.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at these clips so closely, like this first person being interviewed, you can realize that he's a bit shaky. And also, this guy, you can see the way he's shaking before he speaks up. And another thing that I asked myself, what is this old man doing here? You can see the way this old man and the guy recording the video, he's actually laughing at this old guy. The old man appears to be like 70 and above years old. What is this, such a kind of a person doing in such a fight? You will ask yourself. So there's a lot of questions going on here. Bearing in mind that it's like most of these guys didn't get to this point willingly. Maybe in the course of looking for greener pastures, they ended up finding themselves here in one way or the other. And this, I can blame it on our politicians and our leaders, the African leaders. We need to create more job opportunities, employment opportunities in Africa, so that our children cannot end up falling to such kind of stuff, because some of these guys maybe out of searching for jobs, they ended up committing a crime, or maybe they were just given charges that they have not participated in, or rather they were charged with things that they have not participated in and end up in prison, and then they are told to come out of prison and fight or keep on rotting in jails. So maybe some of them might decide to go and fight. One thing I know for Africans, especially in Africa, there are two countries, Kenya and Nigeria. If you go or travel in most parts of the world, you are likely to find a Kenyan and a Nigerian. These are people who like to look for job opportunities. Our brother, there's one brother from Ghana and the three brothers from Kenya. So I really feel for them. I don't know if I'm sure by now the embassy or the people in charge between Kenya and the Russian government, maybe they're in talks to know exactly where this clip emanated. It's so bad that at this day and age, I understand there are also other people, but I'm really feeling for our brothers and sisters, especially the ones from Africa. It's so bad to when you are called for a job opportunity and then you end up in such a place. There are even stories that I've been seeing online of guys just within West Africa. There are stories where a person is promised a job in the West, and then they travel through illegal means, and at the end they end up in countries like Mali being sold as slaves, modern day slaves in the 21st century. Some of them find themselves being told to engage in antisocial behaviors, like some are even get into terrorism, and some are being told to like scam people. Some sort of, it is so sad, and for this to be avoided, it's good for our governments, our leaders to actually provide conducive environment so that even if one is not employed, one can decide just to go into entrepreneurship and set up something for him or herself. One other thing, Burkina Faso is one of the countries that is really leaning towards the Russians. That is the youngest president in Africa, Ibrahim Traore, has been very vocal about looking for help in Russia. But a question that should be asked is, really Russia for us? Is really Russia there to take the interest of Africa, or is it also one of the imperialists? Yes, they'll help, but my advice is we as Africans and also the leaders, whichever place we go to take help, we should be very careful not to overdo the help, because some of these countries can end up exploiting us further. It is said that like in Europe, there's in the eastern part of Europe, it is alleged that there's a lot of racism, and most Africans have that mentality that there is no racism. It's only that when they tend to move out into different continents, that's where they experience, and it's very tough on them. So let's take care of each other. If you get to meet your African brother and sister and they're in a bad position, or they are going in a wrong direction, or in a country where maybe there is war, try to talk to them and advise them. There are some recently who went for looking for job opportunities. They were from Kenya, and they ended up in Myanmar doing. They were being forced to scam people. That is how serious it is. we should look for, we should be careful when looking for these online job opportunities, especially the ones that require us as Africans to travel from one region to another. And also when traveling, we should be very careful not to engage in any illegal activities. If you are used to taking hard drugs, don't attempt to carry even any small portion of it in your body or in your bags, because you might end up maybe you are going to for instance Russia. The moment you alight, you are caught and taken into prison. It will be disastrous for your family. Before your family knows, you could have been suffering so hard. And one thing, this video, it's just going around the internet. Maybe it was recorded. The time that was recorded, it has passed. It is like a month ago, and the video is coming right now. So you can see before the family members or the consulate or the embassy in charge of their people, before they get to know their about the state of their citizens, they'll have suffered so much. So we should be very keen. And also when traveling from one country to another, we should use the legal means. We should get into different countries through the right passages or the border points. We should not just go without proper formality. We might end up getting into trouble. You might be abducted and taken to be a modern day kind of slave. So this has been the video for today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe, like this video, and leave your sweet comment. Until next time, God bless.